US and the European ammo industries are both under really heavy loads of trying to supply government ammo to war efforts in Europe. But both Europe and America do it very differently. In America, kind of how this is working right now is almost all of the major ammo manufacturers in America are producing mostly government ammo, using mostly government ammo raw materials and components. That's how they're able to run around the clock, whether they have primers or not. They're able to keep pumping out ammo because the government is providing primers and really all the components and the raw materials for theirs only. And then they get out civilian ammo where they can. But the unique thing about the American industry is that they help each other. So like if this ammo company has a ton of primers but not enough brass, and that company has a ton of brass but not enough primers, they'll trade with each other, and they're working together to make sure that the industry succeeds. This is not the case in Europe. It is very competitive. Well, the EU just announced that they're going to require ammo manufacturers to surrender their raw materials to government efforts. Now, when your primary customer is the government, you kind of need to submit to their demands here and there. The big problem to them is they don't share stuff. A lot of it has to do with secrets that have been around a long time, trade secrets. So by sharing product with each other like they do in the US, they now are giving up their components and their raw materials. So now that other manufacturer can say, well, I know what raw materials they use in these components. So they're essentially just giving them their trade secrets and all their raw materials to ensure that they continue to make ammo for the EU. This is a problem. It's not much of a problem in America because honestly, the ammo companies are getting rich off of the government, and they're getting rich off of the citizens, but making a lot more money off the government. And again, they're using government components, so they ain't got to go buy the raw material. They just got to keep the lights going and the machines going. So they're making a ton of money, and they're helping each other because Europe didn't go through a ammo shortage like we did. So they didn't really encounter this moment in time prior to this where they would need to really lean onto each other for help to get through that shortage. So they're just kind of for the first time being asked to work together, and the EU is demanding that they surrender their raw materials for this effort to each other to help with this ammo shortage that is going on in the EU and in America, supplying ammo for the war efforts in Europe. But right now, this is how they're doing it. EU is demanding that ammo manufacturers submit their raw material and components for the common good of this war effort. Any thoughts or insight on that, definitely put that below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. Feel called to support this channel. The Patreon link is also below. But the most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests. Never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.